How many of you have gotten a grant from the Community Foundation? Raise your hand. Okay, so it's about half-half. So let me take a couple minutes because the Community Foundation is kind of an unusual beast. And I want to take a few minutes to explain what we do and how we do it. We really do three things. The first is that we try to encourage and promote philanthropy in the community by making it as efficient as possible for people to give money away and to help them make it as effective as possible in terms of where those investments go. So the consequence of that, we have about 600 funds and clients in the community, families, businesses, individuals, that we work with and help them figure out where the money's going to go. So when you look at the Community Foundation and you see all these assets, if you read our annual report, the first thing you have to understand is that all that money is not unrestricted. So it's not in Terry's case, he and Mitch and the board of the Castle Foundation get to decide where all the grants go in terms of a programmatic emphasis. In our case, we're the steward of funds that people have entrusted to us. So it's a delicate balance between trying to help people do a good job of giving their money away, given the interests that they have. Okay, that's the first thing we do. The second thing we do is we make grants. So all of you have gotten grants from the foundation. You understand the different ways that we make grants. And I'll talk a little bit more about our grant making program because that's the emphasis here today. The third thing we do is we try to provide a window on philanthropy in the nonprofit sector. We have 55 staff. We're statewide. I like to say that we touch every island community each and every year. We have our finger on the pulse of what's going on in the communities, and we see our job as to be a translator, interpreter, and an advocate of you in terms of the nonprofit sector and the role it plays in the community and how we can do a better job of having the general public, our regulators, our legislators, and administrations understand the critical role that you play. So we publish reports. Many of you have read the giving studies we do. We're going to field the third giving study this year. We've done reports on this whole sector and the fact that we represent about 10% of the labor force in this community. We've done studies about executive tenure. Some of you have seen the articles we write in the paper, but we try to spend a lot of time promoting and having people understand the sector, and that's what we do. Last year, the foundation gave away, through our clients and through our funds, we administered about $39 million in this community. The question you all have is, what are we going to do this year? So our board has said that basically, to the extent that we have discretionary program resources, we're going to continue to fund at the same level this year and next year as we did in 2008. We can't say that on behalf of our private clients, but we can say that for the foundation. So our expectation this year is that we will continue to fund at the same level we did last year.